Oh, it's about how to look out for a cheater.
Oh.
Really?
How to look out for a cheater, you know. Say less.
Guys who got cheated on. What were the signs? Honestly, my gut just started going crazy before I could even rationally pinpoint anything. When you know someone really well, your subconscious is very sensitive to subtle changes. I basically just started to feel very paranoid and suspicious of her.
Man, them don't listen to their gut feelings enough. I've had gut feelings about girls, and I've been like, maybe it's me going crazy. And you know what's crazy about when you have gut feelings about girls? They make you think, nah, everything's okay. But really, I should have listened to my gut feeling, and it's ended up being true. Listen to your gut feeling. We talk about women's intuition, but I think everyone has intuition. You know what I'm saying?
Everyone has intuition.
It's not gender specific.
Thinking about that, actually, looking back, there was this one time where there was something between, like, one of my exes in it, and one of her relationship with one guy. I was just like, that's interesting. I don't know what it was, but part of me was like, But I don't know if that, again, it's like, is it intuition, or is it just one, either my insecurities, or am I just noticing something that isn't actually there?
It could be either. But sometimes there's no smoke without fire.
No, but yeah,
unless you're in a space where you are super insecure. Because if you're insecure at the time, then maybe that's what it was. But if you're in a space where you were actually securing yourself and you still felt like that, surely something's wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it was a meeting. Yeah, looking back, it was probably a meeting.
That's probably what it is then.
But continue.
After years of having a secure attachment with no jealousy on my part, suddenly there were just weird little things I noticed. Weird lies about where she...
See, like, he's been secure all that time, and then now he's starting to feel a certain type of way.
Okay.
She was going, hanging with friends I'd never heard of, going to weird places and things. When I found out I was right and thus wasn't insane, the relief almost offset the actual cheating part. First time I legit never saw it coming. A couple friends came over with a 30-pack and broke the news to me. Second time, different chick. The constant personal distance and basically never being around was a telltale. Edit. I remember the second girl telling me when we first started dating that I'm not like other girls. When I...
Oh my days. I was just... There's nothing new under the sun, okay? There's nothing new under the sun. And we are a lot more alike than we like to give ourselves credit for, okay? Or try to make ourselves feel as unique. We're all unique to a certain degree. But the uniqueness comes at the levels of the way we do things. But there's everything within us. We all have the same things within us. But it's just, at what levels are we operating in those things?
I get what you mean.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I get what you mean.
So, a person who says, I would never cheat on you, could possibly do it. Because I was, you know, you're like, oh, I would never steal. But then you're in university, you're hungry, you have no food, you have to go into Tesco and do a 2-2. I already paid for this, but you didn't pay for it because you're starving and you want to, but you stole. So what are you talking about?
It's circumstantial sometimes.
Circumstantial, exactly. Exactly.
Like, I find it very difficult to believe that there's not a certain guy that can come up to any girl in this life and just make her just switch her mind and just be like, actually, let's just start.
There's one guy. There always will be.
There has to be.
There always will be.
For me, it's Georgia Smith.
You know.
If Georgia Smith comes up to me, why must I say no?
You know Stefflon Dunn. Stefflon Dunn.
You think she's fire?
Oh, she's fire.
Georgia for me, man.
I don't know about Georgia. Faces don't really for me.
I don't understand that because I don't like girls that have. No, that sounds weird. I don't care about an amazing face. It has to be your spirit.
Man said your spirit. Don't know what the fuck.
Body.
Man said your.
There's something about her aura that just makes me think, oh.
Sorry.
It's like when Rita Ora first came out, I was just like, there's something about this girl. Like, she's not the longest girl ever, but there's just something about her that just makes me think. Yeah, you have to display what you say you are through your actions for me. Don't tell me you're some caring individual or you won't do certain things or you're not like other girls. Your behaviour has to show me that. If you have to tell me that, I just don't believe you.
People's behaviour changes with the wind. Yeah. So for like 5 years she's acting one way, and all of a sudden, she's acting a whole different way.
It can happen.
And you just have to deal with that.
Okay.
But yeah, it's mad. It's mad.
My then wife was always texting an unsaved number. Suspicious. Also, it was saved. Instead of a name, used a fake number as a name to throw me off. It would have been less suspicious to use a made-up name. Little things, too. Trust your instincts. Mine talked about her work friend too much. Starting buying push-up bras she always said she hated. Wearing revealing tops to work. Excuses. Gaslighting. Always defensive. Trying to make you feel crazy. She started acting really suspicious one day, and when I confront her about it, she got extremely defensive. She then started accusing me of cheating. Left the bedroom at midnight to talk to a coworker about a work, when she never did that before. Also, she had a stupid-ass meaningless job which wouldn't warrant a phone call after leaving. I knew like immediately because I'm not an idiot.
That's a lot. That's a lot. What I was gonna say is,
if you wanna,
Patreon.
If you want to watch the rest of the video and see other people's cheating stories, the link might be in the description below.
Are you gonna put it there?
I'm not. But you know what else though? If you watch the video, they really have got their app there, so you can just watch it for yourself.
What I was gonna say is that really and truly, even this is gonna sound wild, but even though nobody likes being cheated on, I think it's an expectation you need to have in your relationship. Even though it's wrong, even though it hurts.
You should expect that the person...
Not expect it, but you should, in the back of your mind, you should always be aware that one day possibly this could happen. And don't try to pretend like it's not going to happen. Don't try to pretend like they're not capable of it, because that's when you're going to be a fool. And then when they do it, you're going to be like, oh, I never thought you'd do that to me. No, I'm going to know in my head the possibility of this happening is there. Mm-hmm. And if it happens, whatever way we then go after that will dictate that. Well, I'm not gonna go into a relationship thinking, oh yeah, she loves me. She doesn't want to hurt me. Bro, you love your mom and dad and you hurt them. So who am I? Who
your mom and dad love you
and they hurt you. So then who am I to believe that because you're my wife or because you're my girlfriend and you supposedly say you love me that you're not gonna do it? But you, for every other person you love in your life, please, I'm not that naive.
I hear that one.
You just have to be self-aware. Unfortunately, it's not a cool thing. It's not a cool thing you want in your relationship. It's not what you'd want to feel. Because bear in mind, I've done both. I've been cheated on and I've cheated, so I know how it feels both ways. So it's just like possibilities there. You just have to face it.
Yeah.
Like I said, pick your poison, people. Pick your poison.
Anyway, in the comments, a girl said, "Guys, a faithful girl will be more annoying than anything. She'll care about you, give you every detail, reassure you, and will treat you well."
Those are the ones that cheat and that you won't find out.
Oh, that's a good point, though. That's a very good point.
I think, Junior, this sounds wild, but I think the society we live in, if your partner really respects you, they will cheat and make sure you never find out.
Wow.
Really and truly.
Wow.
It sounds wild, innit? It sounds very wild, but that's the reality of the world we live in, unfortunately.
You sound like Myron.
Right, who's Myron?
That's the reality of the world we live in. You won't like this, but
no, it's not. It's not even.
If you really care about the guy,
I don't sound like that.
Yeah,
but
obviously you don't have the accent.
But yeah, it sounds like I said. It sounds very wild. Mm-hmm. However, we're not dealing with robots here. You know what I'm saying? We're dealing with individuals who have emotions, who change like the wind.
Yeah.
Okay. So, if like I said before, if you don't expect it, then you're the dumb one, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. But again, the way I think is very wild out there, but everyone thinks in a wild way, so I'm not the only one.
And then the final one, which I think people need to be aware of, is in the comments. Someone said, "We need a break. Always came after a little arguments." If a girl says to you she needs a break, just break up with her. I had one of them. I've never ever been on a break.
I've been on a break.
There's no point. What happened to me on the break? What was she doing?
Oh.
What were you doing?
What I tried to do, but I didn't succeed at. But she definitely succeeded. Woo!
How did your test feel?
Bro, I've never had a panic attack in my life. That was the first time where I was like, oh my days, my chest is on fire. type thing. I haven't felt like that in a while, but then it's just like, what do you expect?
I'll never ever in my life go on a break. I'll just break up with your ass.
You say that now and then you do it.
No, I've never. I've been in relationships and the prospect of a break.
Yeah, but you're still. But do you know how many more years you have in front of you?
That doesn't mean I'll ever go on a break.
You never know.
You don't know me.
I know. I never said I didn't know you. I don't know you. But I know you to a degree where I know you'd say, "Oh, I would never do that," and then it'll probably happen, and you're like, "Oh shit, it happened. I didn't think I would do that."
Okay, so there is a possibility that it can happen, but the way I'm thinking right now is
you wouldn't want it to happen.
I just wouldn't do it.
I hear that. Is that the end of that?
That's the end of that.
That's the end of that. Don't cheat, people. And if you cheat, don't get caught.
Tune into the next episode.
Why are you being aggressive, man? You're scaring them away, yo. Alright. That's the end of that. That's the end of that!
Yo. Making bare noise.
Ah! I do not know what I'm doing.
What a weird guy.
Oh, both of us, you're the weird one.
You're weird.
I'm weird. You think I'm weird?
You think you're not weird?
I know I'm weird.